Hey, welcome back to our Skyblock world, and today we're going to finish up the Amethyst farm. First off, as you can see, I finally found my armor. We left it in a chest over in the desert before going on a little Happy Ghast adventure a few streams back. I will apologise in advance. It's a bit. There is a lot of background noise around me at the moment, and true to form, they have basically upped the ante on the noise in the last sort of 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm hoping it will quiet down. If it is too loud, someone let me know in the chat, and maybe we can end the stream early and come back to this on a quieter day. but yeah, before I get started though, basically after last stream, I took this this design and I went into the Slimestone Discord, asked some of the more knowledgeable folk there what if there was anything wrong with it that I wasn't aware of, and they pointed out a pretty major flaw. Cool. And that is that there is a fairly big problem with this design. And if we are very unlucky, as the flying machine is moving across, an amethyst bud could grow in front of this observer, or in front of this observer, or in front of this observer, and trigger it at the wrong time. And that would mean that the flying machine could basically end up stuck, broken, split apart. Like there's all kinds of problems that could have happened. So what we need instead is one that covers all of the observers' faces, so that none of the observer faces are exposed. And we can do that by adjusting the design a little bit. So I had to think about it. Given that we need the observer faces covered, I then had a look at what we've got here. Oh, let's get this out of the way. And yeah, this doesn't really work anymore. So we're not far off in terms of a working design. So we just need to make a few small adjustments to this design, and then we will have something that will work and be far more reliable. And well, when it comes to bad luck, I'm a bit of a pro at that. So I don't know what happens or why, but RNG just absolutely hates me. So if there is a random chance that something will break, or if there's a random chance that something will succeed, I'm always going to come down on the negative side of that. Okay, so where I ended up with this is, instead of having our observer down here powering the piston, we could just power it through a slime block. And then by powering this block, we will do two things. We'll push the piston out, which is what we had with the thing down here. So we've literally just moved that mechanism up one block. In the thing, we've put this little trail of slime underneath. But what this will do now is it will power this. Oh no, that's the wrong way around. Sorry. Is if we put it in the correct way, yeah. Every time it moves, this will power this slime block, which will then power this piston. But then we can put the redstone lamp back up there. And because this is being powered, the redstone lamp will be powered as well. So we have so we've got that being powered alongside things. or one observer. So we've trimmed an observer out of the equation. Then we have the same setup here. We have the observer looking at the redstone lamp and then at the piston. But then we have to change the back of this up a little bit. Do we? And I'm out of slime. Let me grab. Well, I'll use a different block for illustrative purposes. We're not actually gonna need this, but we'll use a wall block to pretend. And there was one other thing we needed, which was a note block. Sorry, here we go. Let's put that back. Oh, yeah. So we've got this in, and then then effectively we would need a couple more slime blocks off the back of that. And what we've effectively, instead of having this on the top layer pushing along, we've moved it down. And then we have an observer there, the same as before. But we need to cover this. So we need to cover this in a way that means it's covered, but we can also trigger it. And one of the ways we can do that is with a note block. So by having crap, that's going to now run away. Can we disable it? Yeah, and by doing that we get the it all still works. As we can see, it was moving along as a single unit, but we have the benefit that it's all of the observers were covered, and therefore nothing can trigger them outside of the flying machine itself. So we should get no rude surprises out of this design. So I'm going to put this stuff back in the chest here. I don't need the wall. So we put that back in here. And let's head down and finish off the flying machines. I did do a few of them, so there is a couple more left to do. I thought I would leave a couple just so that we can go through building them and seeing them in action together. I'm gonna take a bed over there as well, so we can sleep through some of these nights. That was a problem last stream, wasn't it? We found ourselves in the dark quite a few times because we had no way of getting rid of the nighttime. There we go. Let's take a bed. The sounds the happy ghasts make are, I think, some of the best sound design they've done in Minecraft for a while. Like the cat meowing and the dog barking is a bit, it get a bit monotonous and a bit annoying after a while. I mean, the dogs they've at least fixed a bit by giving them the new personalities. So each wolf / dog has a random choice of which set of sound effects it's going to use. So there is a little bit of variety there, but with the cats still everyone makes the same sound, and the same with the other animals. I'm hoping that they'll go through and apply that same sort of personality stuff to some of the other mobs, but yeah, as one that doesn't have the mix of sound effects, the happy ghast to me has one of the least one of the most welcoming sets of noises. It's a little what do they call it? The sound effects describe it as a croon, but it just sounds It sounds darn cute, to be honest. Okay, let's sleep the night away. And let's have a look at finishing off these flying machines. So, we can see the these are the finished versions of the flying machines that we had earlier. So we have this little U shape of slime block. So that's what holds it all together. So it's attached to this, it's attached to this, it's attached to this, and this one is moved because the ones either side are moved. And then it's attached to this piston as well. And this side we have a line of slime blocks here, which holds all of these together. And all of the observers have their faces covered up by another block. And by having these note blocks here, it's actually worked out quite handy. This is a really janky setup over here. But by triggering, just having a series of note blocks and observers triggering each other. Oh, let's quickly, yeah, we can trigger this note block, and that will trigger the observers and the note blocks in tandem and set all of these off at once. We can probably find a less janky solution to this, but it works. It works for now, and it'll do for the short term. Oh. Some of these are getting pushed, definitely getting pushed into the void. Look how far that one went. So we will probably need a wall of some sort to keep things inside the farm and stop them all, and something up there to stop them getting stuck on top of the amethyst. Sorry, on top of the crying obsidian. But yeah, so that's harvested everything, and we've stripped everything off the sides there. And then if we head out over this way a bit, we can also set these two off, which will go through and collect that way. So the only thing we have left to do is to wire up these two flying machines here, and we should have most of this geo covered. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think we might actually get every single bud, just from these two directions, which will be pretty impressive compared that we don't actually need the vertical component at all. And given the lower return on investment of each of the directions we go, I'm not 100% sure it'd even be worth like the effort of building the slime machines for the one or maybe two buds we would get. So on top of what we're already going to harvest. So okay, so we need to first and foremost we need to get up to, oh, let's grab that. No slime block left behind. So we're going to get up to the top there and look at building these additional machines. But before we go up there, it would be wise to actually take the materials we're going to need, right? So we probably need another redstone lamp. So let's craft that. So we need 2 redstone lamps. We need a couple of crying obsidian, 2 notebooks, pistons, sticky pistons, observers. We actually need 6 of the sticky pistons, so we'll take those and we'll leave the regular ones on the slime balls. We can actually turn those into slime blocks just so we've got more to play with. But yeah, I think that's our materials. And then let's head up there and we'll build a little slime staircase, I think, all the way up. It's probably, yeah, if we do it this way, we can get the slimes as we go, slime blocks as we go up, rather than having them fall. I am very sorry. The noise in the background is actually quite bad. They were actually quite. Oh, no, not there. They have been quiet basically until today. They basically looked at my streaming schedule and gone, hey, when is the most awkward and inappropriate time that we could make a whole bunch of noise outside this guy's window? Which is not something you often get to do to someone on a high floor. Okay, let's see. We probably want to put these machines. I'm trying to remember. Are these two connected? They are. Okay. So that is one and that's another. So we probably want to put them side by side. So I think if we start the first one there. We'll put that there so it's not connecting to anything. Then we can get up and down. Something just dropped. Where did it go? Or did I grab it? Oh, I must have picked it up. Okay. It was one of the slime blocks. So. Oh no, there it is. Okay. And parkour. And parkour. There we go. I'm so good at parkour. No, I'm really not. Okay, so then the next one, I think we would want to push this one, so it would be here. Oh, we lost that one. So we can get these two in here, and yeah, this one will push that, and this one will push that, and everything should connect. Cleanly. Okay, so let's put a sticky piston in front of that one. We need another sticky piston in front of this one. Then we come down here and we have that little U shape. Oh, these are the tolerances on these are tight. They're very close. So let's put this in here and another one at the back. We could go the same on this side. We can go one here, one here. Then we want we'll look at that block, and the same on this one that way. Then we have our redstone lamps on top. We have a observer facing into each of those, like so. And then after that, we have our 3 slime blocks along the top. 1, 2, and 3. We have a sticky piston going into each of those. Nothing there, and then we can bridge out a bit. And then what we need over here is to put a note. One more. we need a note block on the back of these, a crying obsidian behind each of the note blocks, a sticky piston on each of those, and an observer going into the note blocks. So that should be everything. So now, if we give these a punch, off these should go. And okay, so we should see an entirely. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think we've actually covered every single surface of the budding amethyst now. So we get the whole lot. All of them wired up. Okay, so cool. Okay, so we've got our flying machines in now. Now we're gonna need a way to trigger them. So let's grab these. Oh, have a quick nap. Not what I was aiming for, but hey, we'll take it. And we'll keep this line for scaffolding, but we mostly want note blocks and observers. So let's get back up to the top here. Take these blocks, put one there. Here we go. We'll give ourselves a little stairway. Okay, so we've got 2 blocks gap here, but we need to trigger both of them. So we need an observer for each. So we might actually need to come a bit lower. And then we go, oh, no, that wasn't what we were after there. Okay, can we get one here? Under there. No, that's up, actually that's the wrong way around. So what we actually want here is one going that way, and another one. Oh, hang on. Oh, what has happened there? Why has our flying machine gotten stuck? Oh. Hang on. How's that connected? Okay, something has gone very wrong here. Does that work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, that's too many. Something has gone. Something is very wrong here. Let's take that out for now, and then we should hopefully be able to read. Oh. It was my scaffolding blocks. I think my scaffolding blocks got in the way. Okay, we need to be more careful of of where we have scaffolding, or where we have our scaffolding blocks. So, oh, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's still over. Did we have... what? Oh no, I put that up there just now, didn't I? So this used to come here and then here, was it? Let's give it another go. We'll send that across. No, still getting stuck. So let's okay, let's take that out. It might be that this is actually this one has to move down a level, and we can't have it on the same. We can't have it on the same level as the other one. Yeah, I think I need to move this machine down, down one. Oh. Which is unfortunate. What's happened now? Oh no. It is... we've broken it. It's gone above the push limit and it's stuck. So, in theory... Now... There we go. So if I send this one off again, it should come back okay this time, because there's no random slime in the way. So that's okay, that's in the right place. And then I think, yeah, I think we have to bring this whole one down one level. So let's bridge out here. Probably go get some of the mats we've dropped. We don't want anything to despawn. We nearly lost an observer to the void there. Let's get back up here. Yeah, it looks like this whole thing is going to have to come down one level. Let's get some more supplies so that we can then we can build it a bit quicker that way. Yeah, the obsidian. Yeah, so we've got the obsidian. We should be. That should make it easier. We can just put that there. Oh. Come on. Okay, so then it's a note block, observer, and then the 3 slime blocks, and a sticky piston there, and then this one we take. Oh, damn it! I'm gonna need to go down and get that now. This one we can take these components out. Yeah, those there, that there. We then go 1 observer this way. Have a light block there. Observer going into that. We need to go get the sticky piston. grab the sticky piston and we head up, and we should, in theory, be able to drop that in, and the whole thing should work. And it should no longer it should now no longer catch on the slime above. And we're forgetting the all-important piston in the front that is actually what makes it work. So with that in place, we should now be able to get up there and put the extra slime back in. Oh. So what do we have? We have one there. And one there, was it? Okay. Let's need to be a bit more careful with where I'm jumping around. But yeah, let's trigger that one. That one's going on fine. Let's look at that. That is going fine. Okay, so I think we can go. Let's see about getting the observers hooked in for this. I think we can go one there. No, that's going to be too close to this slime block. No, we lost an observer. Okay, let's scaffold out a little bit further. A bit too far out here. So I think we want okay, triggering this is harder than I thought it would be, actually. If we have that there, will the note block changing note update the note block above it? I don't think so, but I think it's worth a try. So then if we trigger this, does it set both off? Yes, it does. Okay, so we've got those two triggered there. So then we need to trigger this one. I think an observer there should do. So that fires both of those off. And then that into another note block. And then if we come observer, note block, and then another observer here, and then another observer here, so that then so now any updates to this one, to this note block, should fire all 4 flying machines. And a moment of truth. Is this going to work, or is everything going to break? Hey, off they go. Okay. Oh, hi Waddle, welcome in. Okay, I've just finished building the new and updated flying machines. The ones we built last week had a small flaw in them. I literally I went onto the Slimestone Discord, where people who are into things involving slime and flying machines and whatever in Minecraft hang out. I literally posted a picture of this and said, have I done anything stupid? And they were kind enough to give me a list. So I went off and I've now covered all of those bases off, and yeah, we're now nearing the completion on this, which is good. This has been a 3-week project now, so it will be good to get it finished finally. Oh, okay, so we've got observer, note block, observer, note block. Sorry, observer, note block, observer, note block. So this one here will be a note block. It is working now, yeah. So yeah, I asked about the design. They were like, "Yep, this has problems." I went over those at the start of the stream, and basically it was if anything grows in front of one of these observers while it's moving, the whole thing would have failed, which is a small random chance of that happening, but small random chances of things breaking. Things with small random chances of breaking is one of my special talents. Yeah, and then now we're just putting in something that we can use to trigger them. Oh. So let's run a path over here so we can get this last. No, we probably don't need to come all this way down. So let's okay, so now, as we are now, if we want to harvest all of the amethyst geodes, we basically set this one off. This one will sweep across. All of the flying machines moving in almost tandem. It would be kind of cool if we could get the signal to hit all of them at once, but that I don't think that will work with the approach I'm using with these note blocks and the observers, because each one of these has a little bit of delay. But we get that. Once that's back, then we want to send this one off, and they sweep across, come back, and that's all of our budding amethyst blocks are then left bald, and their shards should fall down. So, given that, what we need now is a wall. We need to box this in a little bit so the goodies don't end up falling into the void. And actually, well, I was going to use the cobble, but I think we'll box it in using the crying obsidian. Yeah. So we can that way. Doing it that way is going to kill me. Where is the lowest level when this goes across? Does it connect here? Okay, so yeah, that is the bottom. And when we send these across, is there one at the bottom on this side? Okay, so it looks like these are at the bottom of that. So I think we're just going to box this in using our crying obsidian. Kind of looks like a worm on steroids. The way it sort of creeps across. And I guess it's several tiny worms. Or several smaller worms. In a way. Let's... figure out what we're going to do here. This is actually over the void, so I think first up we're going to get some slabs, and we're going to expand this platform out a bit. Oh. Okay. So that's now at least one behind that stuff. And I think I've put that. We can use, rather than make another slab as we just use them all, we can use that to get up here. And then I think we can scaffold up to where we need to get to. So let's grab our scaffolding. Put the cobble away. Okay. So we can get up here, and then we might actually have to go get some more of this. I wouldn't have thought we'd be in a situation where stacks upon stacks of crying obsidian would not be enough, but we do have a lot of this stuff from the piglin bartering farm, so we might as well use it. And if we do run out, we can always trade with them a bit more and get some extras. Let's put that in, and then we'll get up there to finish it off. So this side we want to come along to about here, I think. Yeah, that's level with that side. And then this side we can keep coming along until we have about here. Yeah, that's level with that. And I guess we just fill in the rest. So let's take this all the way up to the highest block. Is that level with? We're actually level with, no, we're one below. Okay, so we'll make sure this is all completely boxed in. I do hope we don't ever have to remove this, because mining this much obsidian is going to be an absolute nightmare. Oh. Well, it seems the workmen have finally quietened down as well. So you actually chose a good time to join Waddle, as just as I started stream, just as I basically hit the start streaming button in OBS, the workmen decided that it would be a brilliant time to start drilling outside and banging outside of my my window. And I hope it wasn't too bad, but thankfully I think they've moved on, and they're now making a racket outside someone else's window. It would have been nice if they'd actually give me a schedule of when they are going to make noise, which I've asked them for, but they insist on just they refuse and just like basically make a nuisance of themselves. Normally making the most noise when I decide to stream or if I have a work call. It's been not very helpful this last few months now that this has been going on. Okay, so we've got this mostly boxed in this way. So how big is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 11 across, and then this way is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I am thinking we might actually be better off just boxing the whole thing in from the sides. So if I get down here, can I? Oh no, can I reach that? No. What if I come down onto this one? Can I reach now? Yeah, there we go. So I put this side in. We can go along there, and then we can actually come across the back here as well, I guess. I am going to end up falling in the void at some point soon. I have to be careful of that. And here we go. Let's bring this bottom one across, and then we could probably put the bottom ones in over here as well. This is could possibly be one of our ugliest builds until we get it covered up. But actually, I guess from the island, we're going to mostly see this corner from our base. So I guess it's actually ugly. Ugly will depend on whether or not you you like the texture of the crying obsidian. And I don't think it's one of the cooler looking blocks. The way it drips like it does, I find a bit freaky. I'm like, what exactly is it dripping? It's obsidian, right? It's basically a big chunk of glass. Glass does not drip. let's we probably take this down now. So I think I'm going to come up here and I'm going to make sure we save all of our scaffolding. So we come down, take the trapdoor out as well. Come on, there we go, and we'll put this over on this side now. Maybe we'll go up in this corner. Is that the spot? Let's see. I was aiming for just off of, yeah. Okay, that'll do. So we can come all the way up. Yeah. All right, and then we will fill this this in some more. Just watch. I'm definitely going to place at least one of these obsidian blocks in front of a flying machine, i.e. right there. See? Already done one. So that would have broken things. So we want to make sure that we have the little cutout here for the machine to go through. I think this one, we can come all the way down. This one we can go up to here, and then come down to there. So we've got our 1, 2, 3 gap there. Fill that in. Same for this one. Okay, and then there's nothing coming through here or there. We've also blocked this flying machine. See, I said I was going to do one. I bet you I've done all of them like that. Okay, so that fits, and then we have another one straight above it, which comes down. So there, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Oh, and we're out of obsidian. Let's grab the few blocks that fell down. We'll whack those into place quickly, and then we'll go head over to the nether, and we'll grab some more from our farm. So yeah, let's see what we have now. Okay, so we've got our box. Are we obstructing any of these machines? So this one we've got our 3 blocks cover it gap, and the same here. We've got 1, 2, and 3 for that one. 1, 2, and 3 there, and 1, 2, and 3 there. So okay, so there's slits in the wall for all of these flying machines to get through. What have we done over here? Okay, so that we've not blocked either of these so far. And let's. Well, we've got a bunch of this side, and let's give it a quick test just to check that everything's still working, and these are going through, bouncing off over here, coming back. Hey, cool. And then the same this side. We'll kick that off through it goes. We're kind of wasting stuff a bit here because unless they're fully grown, they won't drop the shards. But yeah, okay. So that seems to be going well. We'll leave most of our materials behind, and let's actually food. No, I'm always running off without food. Ah. Here we go. All the works have now fallen silent. It's like they literally just showed up for start of stream. Yeah. Oh. Sorry, our giant purple box over there. I'm thinking I won't bother to actually decorate it at the moment, because what it will be is underground once I build the island here. So we won't actually have to see it. I do need to figure out a system to make the two sides go independently of each other. So we're going to need to set one side off, have it sweep across the entire geode, come back, have that side dock, and then have the next one go out and sweep the other direction. So that is going to take a little bit of thought. I'm thinking maybe we can use some sort of hopper clock, where it dispenses a bunch of items, and then like, so once one side is triggered, it will dispense a bunch of items across, and then that should we should be able to dial in a timing on that to get to delay the pulse to the other side. Then there's a question of actually firing it automatically. So that would work if I could use that to fire it automatically, or maybe I could actually put a clock in that is long enough that it fires off one direction, and then waits long enough, basically, so it harvests one direction, then goes the other direction. Which way am I heading? No, I'm heading this way. I probably should put some sort of signs in to help with navigation in there. Especially once I clear up all my temporary chests and stuff there, and I don't have those to use as a marker. Yeah. So we have plenty of gold over there to trade if we need it, and then we have boxes of the crying obsidian here. Hey Harbinger, welcome in. Welcome in. We have just got our flying machines all working, and we're now boxing it all in for a for the collection. So I just ran out of obsidian, so I had to go get some more of that. But now I can head over and finish it off. And then once the walls are in, we just need a collection mechanism at the bottom and some sort of triggering. I am not in need of coffee, no, but I am running on limited sleep. Let's say. And The fact that workmen showed up outside my window and started making a noise just as the stream started also was a little unsettling, but the quiet has arrived. So hopefully we can get some good work done. So I've currently boxed in 2 sides of the farm. And I was halfway through one of the others before we ran out of goodies. So we've now got some more blocks, and we can finish this off. Where are we? So we need to make sure we preserve that 3x1 slit for the machine to go through. That was stupid. Especially stupid considering I don't have anything to break it with. Nope, no parkour. Let's grab a pickaxe, just so that if we do make another mistake, we can actually mine our way out of it. Okay, so that goes in there. We have to make sure we don't go too high on that side. And we can go up here. That is high enough that you don't have to worry. Fill that in. Fill this side. And I think that's that side. I think we've finished this side now, so let's just check. Each of our flying machines has a slit for it to go through. Yep, one there, and then these ones are clear. Cool. Okay, so now we'll fill in this last side. Okay. And then this one, we want 1, 2, 3, one above. Oh, no, we can't go there because that will block the machine above it. Yeah, we've had works on our building for quite a long time now. They've been working on all of the buildings in the square that mine is in. So there's effectively we've got we've got 4 buildings filled with apartments, all facing into each other. They've been doing the other buildings. They told us that ours would be done at. Well, they gave everyone else concrete times as to when their works would happen. They told us my building would happen at any point. Within the period, and they didn't know when they were going to start. So we've been under constant threat of noise, and they will never give us any concrete information as to when. And then I found out the works were happening when I woke up one morning and found a bunch of folk basically wandering around on my balcony without any warning. Which was not the most pleasant of experiences. So there's there are better ways to communicate that the works are starting than basically waking up and finding some strange man on your balcony. but yeah, now they finally decided to do the other side of the building now, and they were banging away on the just outside of my window this morning. They do have impeccable timing, as I said. It's they started just before the stream, and then yesterday they did a bunch of it, but I had a long call, and they effectively seemed to wait until the call started before they did anything. And then as soon as I'd hung up near enough, they stopped. So I'm not having the best of luck with the timings of this stuff. Okay, what do we have here? So this is we have a hole for that one. A hole for that one is actually bigger than it needs to be. A hole for that one, and a hole for that one. So this one needs 2 more blocks at the bottom there. Where is that? That's there. Can I get those in from the bottom here? No. I could just make more work for myself mining the obsidian. Okay. Let's have that back then. Okay, let's go back to scaffolding around with the slime for this one. So we just need to get up here, and we can put in that. Okay, so now let's check that our flying machines are still working. Through they go. Hey. Not bad. Oh, I think we've actually got another block missing up here. Yeah, so we can put one in there. Let's check it's working. Working still again. And perfect. Let's fire that side. And these ones all seem to, I think these ones are all snug in their spaces. Okay. And then we can put in one more layer at the bottom, I think, just to make sure it's all closed up. And yeah, okay, so this is all enclosed now. So we shouldn't lose anything to the sides. Yeah, so I am thinking water at the bottom. So I think if we have a row of water across there. I'm now having bad ideas. So what I'm thinking is that, I mean, the rest of this is crying obsidian, so why should the bottom not be crying obsidian, right? I mean, for consistency. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, damn it, I didn't mean to destroy 2 slime blocks there. Yeah, so I think it was there, was it? Yeah, that looks right. Okay. Yeah, so I could just make the whole bottom crying obsidian as well. I mean, it's going to look more like a blast chamber than an amethyst farm at this point, but oh no, we don't need to go there. Yeah, so then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then if we run this across here, what we should be able to do is put buckets of water along the back there, and then they should cascade down and end just at the edge there. I hope, because if my math is wrong, then there's going to be a lot of obsidian mining in my future. Here we go, we put this in. Take this scaffolding back down now. Yeah, so I'm having to think about how I want to do the storage. So what we could do, so then we'll come one further down here. Is this the side that's an odd number? Please say it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, it is. Okay, that's handy. So, so we can. That's not helpful. I don't think they'll be able to spawn in water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think the water will stop them from spawning once we get the collection in, but just my luck that it would be a slime chunk. mine that out. The slimes in this world are... The slime chunks in this world are very much a problem that create a lot of very unwelcome restrictions on stuff. So there's a lot of things that we're going to struggle with as we go through, as we continue in this world because of the slimes. And I have been tempted to see about adding like a data pack or something to just to actually to prevent them from spawning in the slime chunks and only spawn in the swamp or something, but we did know there would be challenges when we started this world, and I guess this is one of them. So I should accept that challenge gracefully and find an interesting solution to the problem instead of hacking things to get rid of them. I do have an idea of how we could do it with a data pack though, if it does come to that, but make sure that they only spawn in the swamps instead, rather than the slime chunks. But then again, we would be able to build a pretty simplistic slime farm that would give us a load of slime if we do leave them as they are. We just then have to work around everything as we're building. Okay, so yes, the idea will be water all along here. We'll whack another, that will then come along, drop down here, continue going. That should end right here. We'll whack another water in each of the corners here. Oh, we need to fill that in. That'll push things to the middle. We'll put a sign here to stop things getting stuck. And that should give us a... Oh, where's that? Oh, our pick is in our hand. That should give us all of the shards coming out here, and we can then put a hopper in here or figure out some other sort of sorting. That was a bit of a tongue twister. There we go. The slimes were on fire. That was because I have a fire aspect sword. So old Stabby here is quite tripped out. We have all of the enchantments on it. So I have been thinking recently though that I want to maybe change. I want to try and get some smite enchantments for the axes, because we've normally got our sharpness sword on us. Having a smite axe alongside that would probably be quite handy. Yeah, so that will funnel everything here, and then we can have a hopper. Have a hopper there, and then we'll funnel that into some chests. Or maybe we could take it up. Maybe we funnel it somewhere else, and we actually have a setup where we store the shards. But once we've stored enough of the shards, we then start crafting things into amethyst blocks and storing those. So then we can have a selection of both. Alright, what am I doing? I am putting stuff away, and then we're going to go get some chests, some hoppers, and some water buckets. Get the storage finalized. Oh, have a swig of my tea latte as well, so if you're watching, remember to stay hydrated. Yeah, let's head over here. We will nope. We'll grab our bits and bobs, our stuff and things, and we'll head back. Should we save these bees? I mean, they were stupid enough to get themselves stuck in the void. So one could argue it's Darwinian principles in action, but do we have any honeycomb? We do. Okay. So can I create a bee's nest? What is that? That is 3 of those and 6 planks. Oh, only needed 2 of those. Okay, so we can create 1 bee's nest even. Oh, where did this come from? Was it this one? I desperately need to do something about the storage in here. I think at some point soon I might have to start looking into setting up the endgame storage, just so that we can actually store things properly. I'm thinking I'm going to build a large chest hall, I think. A large automatic item sorter based chest hall over there in the center, I think. Where we can store all of the... We can store every item. Some of them will have a multi-item sorter for some of the less useful blocks. We'll have some bulk storage for things like cobble, who we have in mass, and so on. Okay, what else do we need? We need a fishing rod. Okay. Let's see if we can do some bee fishing. So we'll put down the beehive. Can we? No. Got it. What are you doing? It's like you don't want to survive. Okay, so that's in there. If you fly out and do that again, I think you get to stay out there forever. Can we get that guy? Is it? I think it might be outside of our reach from here. What about from this side? Go straight on. Okay, okay, it's just hovering around underneath there now. Stay off the edge. No. We can't. Oh, I do not like being this close to the edge trying this. No. Okay, we're going to actually have to bridge out to get that one. See, look, this one's about to do it again. Here we go. Alright, well, we'll put the fishing rod back and we'll come back to this, I think. We saved one. We saved one. We did our bit. I mean, if the real life bees are as stupid as the Minecraft ones, then the bee problem we have in the world starts to make more sense. Okay, what did I actually want here? I wanted hoppers. Let's take a few of those and some chests. Actually, yeah, we might as well take an excessive amount of both of those. And then the problem is then water. So if we take 3 buckets, we've got 2 for an infinite water source and 1 for when we screw up. Said infinite water source. So we can go 1, 2, and 3 buckets of water. And yeah, let's head over and see where the other bee has got itself to. See, it's back out there. It's over the void. It's getting stuck. It's going to get itself stuck again. That is actually spawnable. That should not be spawnable. So yeah, I think the bee problem is also due to a lack of well, habitat destruction. Like there just isn't enough wildlife, wild flowers and stuff in some areas, or places for them to safely nest. But no, bees are actually very intelligent in real life. Bees are able to solve the traveling salesman problem in real time, which is something we still have to throw a lot of computing power into solving. So they have that for them, and then the hive is also quite organized in that whenever it sends the parties out to look for flowers and stuff, for pollen to collect, they'll always send a contingent off at random to look for new sources. So even though they might have a solid source of whatever they need, they'll still go out and look for new ones, just in case that existing contingent disappears. Okay. I mean, I could just leave this as is and make it a slime fighting pit. Maybe I actually need to make one of those. Just a fighting pit full of slimes. If the villagers are misbehaving, I can throw them in. Okay, so then with that, if I put one here, why are you not combining into a infinite water source? This is not going as planned. Yeah. This is not... It's not how things work, Minecraft. Let's try over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I put one bucket there. And I take one of these buckets and put it here. Okay, now we've got an infinite water source. Are you seriously going to make me fill each of those slots up one by one though? Oh, no, that was wrong. From the middle only. It's like in theory, if I put one here, then that should be two water sources next to each other, a solid block underneath. They should join, unless the fine obsidian is not considered a full block. Though it is spawnable, so I assume it would be. Okay, so this is actually going all the way to the end here, I think. Yeah, it's a little hard to see on top of the obsidian, but it is coming right up to the edge here. Okay. Okay, let's put like that, and then we've got one more to do over there. Oh, I did not bring a sign or materials for a sign. That is going to be a problem because I can collect these. But I need something to block this bit so that we can prevent things from falling down. But now if I wherever I throw an item in here, yeah, they're all flowing down over here where we need them to, where we can collect them. So, given that, let's go all the way back and get a sign. Yeah, I mean, we actually have a park locally that has a huge mass of beehives in it, so there are some efforts to get to look after the bees around here, but the vast amount of stone and concrete is not really their desired habitat. And we do have plants out on the we have plants and things outside on on our balcony, or well, we did until the builders killed them all. But unfortunately, the bees don't quite think to look on top of giant buildings for. When they're looking around for plants and things, I think they tend to stay low rather than going, oh, I know, I'll just look halfway up that massive hunk of brick and stone over there. See if there's anything worth pollinating up there. So when we do need something pollinating, we tend to have to do it a slightly more manual way, shall we say. Here we go. Let's take a sign. I keep thinking I'm just going to run over to the side and jump down, but running over and jumping down with a one block target to hit, and nothing but the void around it. I think that's just asking to lose my gear, right? Even though I've got the feather falling, and a fall of that height probably won't hurt very much. It's still probably not the smart move. Here we go. Let's go get the sign in. We'll put the hopper in, and then we should be in a good spot. Hopefully we won't have any slimes over there now, given that there are only 3 blocks it could spawn on. Well, 2 blocks they could spawn on, but if we do, then hopefully they will not be able to. Oh no! It spawned on top of. It spawned on top of the crying obsidian, and then come down here. You're going to be a pain, aren't you? I'm going to have to slab the top of the crying obsidian. Or did it spawn on top of the redstone? Oh, this is okay. So there is a slime chunk here. So the question is, did that slime just now spawn up here? I guess it could. Or did it actually spawn on top of the redstone here, which means we will have to put some crying obsidian across the top and slab that as well. Alright, we'll sort our storage out first. I don't think we have anything inside, which is handy. That is the first time I've seen a slime over here, though. Okay. So yeah, so that should now push everything into the center and down here. And then we can grab some hoppers and funnel things out this way. So yeah, one that way. I think I will put the chests maybe I'll go like that. And then we'll need oh, where is my pickaxe? There it is. Take that one out. Put another hopper into there. Let me actually go get an axe for a change. Okay, let's take those out. We put these into this side. Actually, let's rotate these around. Yeah, so we got one there. I guess three double chests of stuff should be enough, right? I guess we could also we could also put some stuff there and go like that, and that's okay. That's 5 double chests. So this should never fill up. Okay, so that's that problem solved. Oh, that doesn't belong in there at all. So next up, what to do about the slimes? Let's take scaffolding. Let's go up the middle here so we're not touching anything. Okay, so we're going to need to make sure all of this is spawn proof. And the top there. So I think actually what I should have done is turn this into some slabs. No, we'll take a stack actually. I was thinking we'll take half a stack, but we'll probably end up using the whole lot in it. Coming back down for more anyway. Come on, all the way up. Here we go. Okay. So first up, do we want to have a risk of things. Just realizing now we probably should have actually put the wall around this this part. That would have made more sense. Oh well, 20/20 hindsight and all that jazz. But I think covering that will prevent anything spawning on top of the slime block there. And then we just need to... was it here that we had a slime chunk? Yeah, so we're in one now. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 more that way. Okay. So that should prevent any slime spawning up there. I'm part tempted to just put a massive crying obsidian roof on this as well. And then we can, if I come across here, like so, then I don't think things will be able to spawn. Same on that one. And then we put the slabs on top of this. Okay, and then we've just got that one down there to do. Oh, missed it. Actually, we might have to do... We might have to do a little bit over this way as well. Yeah, so I think if we crying obsidian across here, up there, that should make that spawn proof because there's not enough space. There's not enough space there. So yeah, it's just this side now. So if we then drop down here, come across here, one at the back here. Okay, so this should stop any slimes from showing up. Well, we can just put those on there for the hell of it. Okay, so I think we should be slime proof now. Yeah, one of the big dilemmas in Skyblock is you can either build low down like I do at the bottom of the world. So like where we're stood here, this is about as low in a Minecraft world as you can stand. We're at y minus 63.5. Yeah. So if we could, that is really helpful for spawning. So if things spawn. Let's give this one last test while we're yapping. So yeah, things. Oh, we have a shard. That's our first automatically. Our first 2 automatically collected amethyst shards. Yeah, you get much better spawning down here, which means a lot of farms work better and things. But you do get the slimes, or you can build higher up, in which case you have insanely fewer like spawns, but don't have to deal with the slimes. And then if you go too far up, then and as long as you say under Y, so I think it's between Y40 and Y64, we have like a safe zone where we don't get the phantoms. As soon as you go over Y40 64, you get phantoms. As soon as you go below Y40, you get the slimes. And we could build in that safe zone, but as a then our farms would not be as efficient. So I guess it's a trade-off. Yeah, okay. We have our first 2 shards that were gathered by the farm. I'm actually thinking there's far too much storage here, and I'm just gonna take these ones out, and we can have the chest at the front there. That should be more than enough. Oh, yeah. And we should probably put something in that gap there. Okay, so I think I might leave it at this now. I mean, we've got the farm going. All we need now is a clock, effectively. And what I'm thinking is we'll have a clock, and it'll be a hopper clock. It'll have items flying one side. It'll trigger, which will send this off, and then it will start flowing the other way. And when that's flowed the other way, it'll send that off, and we'll just have we'll have a large number of items in there, so it takes quite a while. Gives the amethyst a chance to grow in between runs, and we'll sort of send one side off, and then halfway through an amethyst, a good growth cycle for an amethyst, we'll send the other side off. Give it another go, and we'll send the other side off. Well, no, because that's gonna be wasteful, isn't it? Because we will, for instance, we'll waste the top spawns. Indeed. Well, I guess it will be one clock to trigger it, and then another clock to add some delay before it fires the next one off. But I don't think I want to work on that on stream today. I might do it off stream. Get it hooked up, but as I said, it'll just be a standard etho hopper clock, which there are a bajillion videos out there explaining, including ones from the man himself. So if you want to find out more about that, I'm guessing, yeah, if you want to know more about how to build an etho hopper clock, you're probably better off going and watching a video about etho, right? But yeah, I'm quite happy with this though, because we've got our. Oh, I think stuff's grown enough to harvest as well. Oh, hang on. What is going on there? That's not correct. Oh no. I did exactly what I shouldn't do, I think. Did I fight? No. What's going on here? These are stuck inside. Oh no, I triggered it. I've triggered the... Oh no. I triggered the side too soon before the others have come back, so now they've interfered with each other. Damn. Oh well. Looks like I am fixing all of that as well as adding the hopper clocks. But that can all wait until... That can all wait, I guess. There won't be a stream next week because I'm away. But hopefully... But I will be back for the following week, and hopefully we can start on some... We can get ourselves stuck into a new project. And, well, I'll have fixed this and we can get ourselves stuck into a new project. So, until next time, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a like. Apparently, it really helps the channel. If you want to see what we get up to next time, give the channel a subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you all next time. Bye.